Hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you all are doing great. I was just sitting here thinking, now I know why I don't think I could make a video every day in succession because my brain is not functioning properly. First of all, I want to talk to you about the card I made for the video yesterday. I absolutely enjoyed making this card. It's very, very fun. The only thing that I did not do is give these color pencils a true review. These are, I want to say they're all based, is what I looked up. So the title says, or the description name says, HMB 120 colored pencil set with coloring book, eraser, and sharpener, perfect for drawing and coloring. Soft oil based cores, ideal for adults, kids, and beginners. So what I want to do is do more coloring with it and we could discuss it, but it does have that shimmer in it. It didn't say that it was shimmery in the title, but it does have that, and I enjoyed making it. So I hope you'll come along with the journey again with me the next time we do those and give it some real love. Okay, so I have a box that I've been walking by and it has a lot of Halloween stuff in there. These are stickers from the Dollar Tree. This is a Tim Holtz sticker. It is called, they stopped putting a name on it, so I don't know. So it has this. I did this when I was doing spooky collab with Wonder and Dreamer 555. I used this in a previous one, and then these are some stickers from the. These are all. This is Dollar Tree, Tim Holtz, and then this is Michaels. So what I thought I would do, nothing fancy because my brain is not functioning. It's not firing on all cylinders like it should be. But I thought it would be cool to get us a little scrap piece of paper. Cause we always abuse Halloween cards as it's Halloween. It's okay if it's messy. It's not okay, but we do it anyway, don't we? So I'm gonna cut this down to a little bit below 4 1/4 and a little bit below 5 1/2. I am tired of making scraps though, so I'm trying to use up those. I've also been contemplating a new supply. I have been contemplating getting that paper cutter that cuts funky. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but I've been thinking about it. I also was looking at the Ohuhu markers today, and I'm very sad. Um, Before the tariffs were announced, they were $244, and I want to get them at a discount because I have a friend who's an artist, and he was like, "Yeah, I got them last year, which I'm thinking 2023 now, um, for cheaper, right?" And cheaper is my name, okay? When I hear the word cheaper, I'm like, "Ooh, cheaper? How cheap?" He don't remember, so it's not really beneficial to talk to him about how cheap it was. But anyway, before the first tariffs were announced this year, I had it in the card. It was 244. That was on a Friday or Saturday. Sunday, I looked into it. It was 289. But then I was just passing by the big roommates where he's watching TV, and they were talking that the tariffs was on hold. And so I was like, "Oh, let's see if the prices are on hold." And now it's 285. And I like buying new markers and cool things for myself when I can afford it and justify the price. Let me tell you, I can't justify that price. I don't feel like that's a good deal for me. So it's official. I probably will stop talking about the Ohuhu 320 marker set unless I find them on Facebook Marketplace or eBay I will not be discussing that anymore. So I will go back to buying my um, inexpensive markers if I need to, or I'll just go back to Copic, buying the Copics that I can find on sale. Because I've been very lucky to get Copics for cheaper than normal. Most of my Copics I got from someone that was selling them to me for $1 or $2, I think. Maybe she sold them to me for $2, and then I got some from Amazon Marketplace, and then I looked up and got some from Hobby Lobby for $2. The problem with some of those markers is that they ran. They kind of drip. Um, and when I say drip, you see right here, you see that little pop of ink. Some of them run. They were like runny. Like when I start to use them, they come out. So I'm okay with markers right now. As I showed you, I bought some more creative experts recently. Or I don't know when. Maybe I bought them and I was like, you know what, you're not gonna buy any more. I will figure it out though. If who decides to sell their refills, maybe that'll be a way to go. I do love the prettiness of the color. It's really pastel, but like they're nice, clean colors, and you can just tell the difference of them. I'll show you. You can tell the difference of the artwork. Hopefully, the camera can stay focused. I also consider getting a new camera. I'm in the collaboration called Jewelry Making Fun collab, and so a bunch of wonderful creators in that collaboration. Annie B. Earlier this year, I want to say either end of last year, she talked about her wanting a new camera, and I was like, ooh, let me go check this camera out. This said camera is out of my price range. This paper got something on it, so let's see. So you see how this looks smooth. You can tell that this is not as same as, let's see. Oh, this might not be a good book because I think I used mostly Copic in here. And this one also, you can kind of tell the difference. They look very good quality. Yeah, so you can see like these are all, the colors are just very pretty and vibrant. I don't know how long that's going to last considering um, I'm trying to find the one that I just did this weekend, the little duck. The duck I did with a different color. I like the duck. I love Deb's duck. And I was like, that's the color that I was going for. This coloring book is probably too simple. If we continue this next year, we'll probably have to step up our stress level of things. So I don't know if you can tell. This is the creative markers, and it looks fine, but it just looks harsher. Does that make sense? And maybe it's just my coloring. I don't know. I'm gonna leave it alone before I even make myself feel bad for coloring. Not so great. All right, so we're gonna take the moon. I was gonna say I just saw this thing, and black soot. Do I need to use this? No. But black soot has been sitting here patiently waiting to be showcased because I rarely use it, right? And we definitely could have used our real alcohol marker. I mean, our alcohol, our real ink pad, and got something a little bit more better. And now we're going to use this spooky house. Oh, no. You know what? Um, I think June 1st, I am going to announce something cool. Well, I think it's going to be cool. Y'all probably like, no, I'm not doing it. But I think it's going to be cool. I didn't dropped my, now I didn't think this was polymer, but it could be. Let me see. I didn't think they use photopolymer. Well, if it's made in the USA, a lot of the stamp companies that use the stamp company that's made in the States is photopolymer. So, yeah. And it says made in the USA. Because I think Stampers Anonymous uses that. A lot of them do, though. It's not like, ooh, Stampers Anonymous is the only one. This was supposed to be gray. As you can see, it is not gray. It's full on black. Did I use the wrong color? Morning Mist is gray. I'll tell you what I am going to miss about Joann Fabric that they sell VersaFine. I'm telling you all, I know this sounds crazy, but not all of the stamp companies, the big box companies, use or sell the same stuff. And that's sad for us consumers. Use this yellow. The problem with these, this is not, even though it's considered a brush tip, kinda, it's not really. I would say this is the elongated fine tip because the brush kind of is fraying, but it's an economy marker, discount marker. So yeah, today is Tuesday, right? And today is my son's promotion ceremony. He is getting older, and you can't stop aging, right? You cannot stop aging. But excuse my arm, please. Um, that is not the color I was going for. I wanted it to be grayish brown, and this looked grayish brown to me. But it's white. All right, let's go with this one. This is called Raw Silk. There we go. The house isn't important, y'all. This is the background. This I intended for this to be like the background, but I wanted to give it some color, just a little bit of color. And I want to, not good color though, um, color nonetheless. I didn't want it to be a creepy house, cause in my mind, a creepy house is not a big mansion. A creepy house is a house that if you walk in, it's about to fall apart. Now, if you go to a big mansion and that's what's about to happen, that's a creepy house. This weekend, um, I went to visit my mom after a long time. Oh my goodness. Um, it's so funny. I don't know if I felt guilty for not visiting her as much as I thought I was gonna visit, or if it was a different feeling. I normally don't get that feeling when I go to visit her. But it was kind of like, for me, it was like a sense of relief going and talking. Now, I'm not a big talk to the grave, open air kind of person. That's it doesn't make sense to me in my head. But people can do whatever they want to do that makes them feel, good and best for themselves. Um, it's just not my thing, right? I'll just leave it at that. It's not my thing. So just making a little bit of grass here. This time when I went, my son was with me, and as soon as I parked the car, I just felt very different. It's kind of like, oh, not a sense of it's about time you came to visit me, but you're here. And I don't know how to explain it to not sound like I need to be locked up somewhere, um, because of my emotions, right? But it just felt different, good, a relief, a weight was lifted off of my shoulders because I was able to go. And I always think of my mom. Like it's not a day that doesn't go by that I don't think about her. I've stopped trying to call her, but I've tried to call my aunt a few times. Like I need to call. Oh, I can't, because my aunt used to be off on Sunday and Mondays mostly when she was working, and I was like, I've been like, this is the time that she would be off. I could call her, but you can't call people that don't talk back, right? That's like trying to call your dog or cat, because they're not gonna be able to answer the phone. You may hear some meowing, but in general, yep. So when I went there, and I always intended on going to visit her like once a month, but the drive, even though it's only a 3.5 hour drive, I can't do it too often just to go to the gravesite. My uncle lives about another 40 minutes away, and they don't have room to put us up because someone else is staying with them. So it's always kind of, okay, do I get a hotel room? Do I leave the house real early? Who's going to take care of Nicholas? So it has to be kind of planned out a lot better than not being planned out, if that makes sense. But this time it felt good. I felt very happy that I was able to, say hello to her, my grandparents, and then my grandfather was in the army. So it felt different, and it wasn't a lot of people out at the in the cemetery, which is always a good thing because I've been there before when there's multiple burials going on. I'm just like, oof. And then death to me is just so final, and it's so grief giving. It's very stressful for me, if that makes sense. It's just very stressful in general. I don't get to see them anymore, the people anymore. Even when people, pass away from old age, it's still different than when they were here. We always say, oh, they're not suffering anymore, they're not this anymore. We just say that to make ourselves feel good, right? But when I went to visit her, it just felt good. It was a good sense of, okay, a calmness kind of came over me because this month has been this whole entire year, each month has been something stressful going on, bad and good. And so May is very stressful for me because there's a lot of events going on for my son. And then, we had to go to Houston for my cousin. And it was just very stressful. I didn't want to be late. I wanted to be on time, all that stuff. Very, very stressful. Now, here come the cutesy wootsy portion. I think we're going to put Happy Halloween. And maybe we can get this ghost. Now, this is supposed to be a brand new sticker set, y'all. I don't know how this hand This axe did not, I don't know how the axe got tore up. Oh, it's cheap, ma'am. Now, what I could do is not Halloween pumpkin party. I don't want that. I just want Halloween. Oh no, I don't want Halloween pumpkin. Let's see if I could take this off easy peasy. I can. So we're gonna take this ephemera and do this. And then I thought it'd be really cool to have this ghost riding their bike over here. This sticker is really hard to take off because it has so many different layers on it. You see, that's not gonna work. You knew that, didn't you? No, I did not. I could just put Happy Halloween. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We're not gonna be stressed out about this, y'all. Probably already freaked you out talking about my mom and feeling a certain way. So yeah, no. So I took this hand off. I like when they give us layered stuff and you can use it. It's always good. Now, the one thing I did not prepare is a card base. I mean, a card front. So, alrighty. Yep. So, I have considered doing a video a day for a while. I'm still considering it, like for later on in the year, but they would be repeat cards, and I'm not sure if you all are happy with that. If you're okay with that, if you are, let me know. Because maybe I may not do any live streams for the month when my son is out of school. And maybe I will. I don't know. Thinking of a card every day is stressful. Very stressful. Not a card, a craft. Because I want to do more crafts, but I need to clean up my workstation. And I think that'll be more helpful. If I clean up my workstation, I won't feel as overwhelmed with all the stuff everywhere. All right, let me get our card base real quick. So I took this and cut it down, and then I trimmed this around a little bit. So you really can't tell, can't see it, but I know it's there. We know you're looking. All right, so let's go ahead and glue this thing down. And for the most part, everything is real flat. All right, I have some cards I need to work on. Get those things out of here. And I've been looking for a good scraper spatula. I bought one, I didn't bring it to the desk. I really want to get my workstation cleaned up. I think that's stifling my creativity. It's I saw this meme or saying a couple of years back. It says, "When I had less, I did more, and the more I have, the less I do." I do believe that because my son will say that he's bored if he can't play the video game. And I told him, I said, "You know what I used to do when I was a little kid? Go outside and play." So I'm gonna throw his butt out in the backyard this summer. He got a case of running out the house though, so I'm only gonna let him come in the house once every hour. He gonna have to stay outside at least a minimum of 3 hours and figure that crap out. Cause I didn't always have anybody to play with. I'm an only child. He's an only child, semi only child. His sister is in she's grown for one, and she's in a different area, so she don't, I wouldn't consider her playing with him or being able to play with him per se. All right. I had considered making my own card bases because I've seen Heather talk about it. A few people, Deb, I want to say Wonder and Dreamer talked about it also, but I think I just want to find a good deal on some card bases and go from there because these lines on the prefabricated not even always straight. I can't do any better. Anyway, this is our card for today. Happy Halloween. Got some hands coming out the ground trying to get you. Yeah, this house. I feel like this house is offset a little bit, like pushed behind and the hands are in front. That's what I always imagine anyway. So anyway, I hope that you've enjoyed this process. I want to say thank you for watching. Until next time, happy crafting.